switch, go not no amateur. Run that shit, we had all the show. Say that shit for your camera roll. I did everything for it, so now we pull up with foreign dough. Shot the top of the foreign now. We're about 2 or 3 foreign hoes. Yeah, they calling us over.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Guap Way. I'm here with
Gloriya.
When we finna do a reaction video, it's an interrogation video. It say the most disturbing interrogation you'll ever see. So we finna get into it.
Before we start, I just want to let y'all know to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is Life with Gloriya. Gloriya is spelled Gloriya. Let's put a little different. And I post stuff like vlogs, beauty type stuff, pranks. So y'all tap in with me. And I'll be posting my first video very soon. It's gonna be a Shein haul. Well, not just Shein haul. I got like a bunch of different, stuff I bought. So it's gonna be like a little lookbook type video. So y'all tap in with me. But we finna get right into it. This looks like it's gonna be interesting, so we gonna see.
It do, don't it? Alright, you ready for this? Alright, let's get it going.
The video you're about to watch contains especially unsettling interrogation footage discussing true life events, actions, and crimes that may profoundly shock and deeply unnerve even the most seasoned and hardened viewer. This is the first time that a warning has been deemed necessary for a video on this channel. Proceed with caution and with morbid curiosity. Corpus Christi, Texas is a wonderful, vibrant coastal city with a small town feel, but a metropolitan amount of importance. The consistent ocean breeze mixed with the almost expected sunny days make Corpus Christi unforgettably charming.
Texas,
but Corpus Christi can also be subjected to torrential downpours and hurricanes.
See, that's the thing about down south. They be having storms and shit.
Just as quickly as those clear skies turn into frightening, unrelenting storms, that Corpus Christi charm can fade away for a moment, revealing real-life nightmare fuel and monsters only disguised as humans. This is Kevin Davis, and between the hours of 8 and 9 p.m. on March 26, 2014, his life, as well as everyone's around him, would change forever, while his mother, Kimberly Hill, would lose hers. To start the nearly never-ending surprising facts around this case, Kevin had a strong desire to end his own existence on Earth. Taking his own life by his own hands isn't the shocking part. It's that he asked his mother for permission to do it. As expected, she
If you witness someone going through like some type of depression or anything, try to get them help. Sometimes some people don't want the help or something, but and it's signs. You can see the signs, but sometimes you can't see the signs. And it can be some people that's like very close to you. So
yeah, make sure y'all look out for them signs,
What that boy Crip Mac say? He said, suicide is not the way.
Hey, sir, never commit suicide. Everything gonna see all right. Would you like a slice of pizza? Oh.
Period.
That she absolutely did not want him to do that, but there was nothing that she could do to stop him if he chose to do so. This odd but seemingly innocuous exchange would spark a chain of completely depraved and unhinged actions by Kevin, unleashing 18 years of almost completely repressed, twisted fantasies at once. What started as a conversation about taking his own life, hours later, would end up with Kevin taking a hammer to his mother's head until her brain was completely exposed, and then using his bare hands to finish destroying her brain. As nauseatingly distressing as that fact is, it's important to mention that there's more. Just after finishing removing his mother's brain from her head, he would begin dragging her body into her bedroom.
So yeah, I don't know what was wrong with Buddy. He did. Something was really mentally wrong with him. What you think was wrong with him, babe?
I don't know. Like, he must have been going through something, and like it just
You think he
It was
snapped?
too much, yeah. Like, he probably was going through something for a long time, and then he just finally, like, off in a rage. But nah, like, this is a black person we talking about. Like, when you listen to this, it sounds like some white people shit.
Yeah, on some scary movie, on some movie shit.
Right, like, he really killed his own mom.
Took her brain out of her head.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's some surgical shit.
Kevin would lose his virginity that night in that bedroom. Roughly 12 hours later, Kevin would be in police custody, giving a full confession as well as the rest of the
I know why he killed his mama.
What?
They said he lost his virginity the same day, so he must just been lonely. He ain't getting no coochie, no nothing. He probably was just lonely his whole life.
Wait,
He
hold
probably
on.
got bullied. Ain't never had no girlfriend, probably.
Let's run that shit. Let's run that back. They say he lost his virginity the same day?
In the same room that he killed his mama.
How old was he?
He looked grown.
to his mother's head until her brain was completely exposed, and then using his bare hands to finish destroying her brain. As nauseatingly distressing as that fact is, it's important to mention that there's more. Just after finishing removing his mother's brain from her head, he would begin dragging her body into her bedroom. Kevin would lose his virginity that night in that bedroom. Roughly 12 hours later, Kevin would be in police custody, giving a full confession as well as the rest of the horrific details, of which there are still many to cover. This is the interrogation of Kevin Davis.
I don't know what to expect on this.
Right.
I don't know what to expect.
Oh my
Kevin
goodness. Like, how you kill your own mom,
Davis. There'd be a lot of stuff like that going on in the world.
Ask the child if he or she is choking.
Are you choking? Are you choking?
You're a fucking idiot.
$1,200, $5,000, and this one is $3,000. Every single month I get paid by Audible. If you don't know.
The first 4 minutes and 14 seconds of the interrogation footage is Kevin waiting for detectives to enter the room, having his Miranda rights read to him, and
Hey, when they get you in that interrogation room, they're going to make you sit for a while to play with your brain. They're going to play with your brain.
providing his signatures and initials to officially and legally agree to speak to detectives. This is just standard practice.
He was making sound in that shit.
Saying earlier, you've talked to some people, you want to get some stuff off your chest. We're here to listen to you.
Why are you here? What happened?
Tell us what happened.
Well, has anybody gone to the house yet? Do you really? We know what happened.
We have, but we want to hear it from you.
Or we have an idea. You don't want to look at this. Start at the beginning, man. What caused all this? Well, very beginning, I asked my mother for permission to die, or rather kind of commit suicide, the sort of beating around the bush sort of thing. Because, well, that doesn't really matter why I wanted to kill myself. Sure it does.
Suicide is not the way. You have a much bigger person, much bigger purpose in life.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Suicide is not the way.
It really ain't.
I'm bored with life. I don't like life. I don't like people. I don't like living it, basically.
I don't really like people either, to be honest.
Me either. I'm not a good person.
Nothing anything depressing about it. Just is what it is. And so I wrote the note. I did.
When did you write the note?
Around 6-ish, 7-ish.
Today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
Should give it a time. He messed it up.
And then what happened?
And then she get upset with you? Well, no, actually. I mulled it over, and then on a whim, actually, I turned it over, wrote a plan to kill both my mother and my sister, quite frankly, because that's always been a thing of mine. I'm a bit of a pervert.
Is it like a fantasy thing?
It is, actually. So,
what the heck? Pause this. He's talking about he has a fantasy to kill his mom and sister. Like, what the heck?
And he said he was a bit of a pervert. I mean, sheesh.
So, yeah, he is obviously got something going on over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something up top wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
Best laid plans never work out, apparently. Or at least the one scribbled on a piece of paper. Because she had decided she was sick of this stuff, and she was going to go send me to live with my sister again. And so I kind of left off in a theory and just did it right then and there.
Okay. You did what?
Well, I tried to strangle her with a cord. Ripped the cord from a video game console controller. That didn't work, huh?
Where was your brother strangler?
She was sitting on the couch watching TV.
Okay.
That didn't work out too well. She started screaming, and so I went to her room, opened a drawer at the very bottom to the right. I pulled out a hammer. I went back in the living room, and well, you kind of get the gist from there. And she was out pretty quickly. Kind of tried to play dead at first, but then...
Wait, so the mom just watching all this. The mom not trying to stop, like...
No, this is mom that he was talking about, because he was finna send him, well, his mom was finna send him off to his sister's house.
Huh?
But he like, before that, fuck all that, I ain't going nowhere, I'm finna whoop-de-whoop. I'm finna get her gone.
But as soon as he tried to strangle me with the cord, and it didn't work, and he left, I would have been out. He would have came back, I would have been gone. The door would have been open, I would have been out that mud.
Out that mud. I'm talking about fast, and then you count to 1 second.
Talking that nigga, that snitch. I ain't been no.
Staying in the sofa in the living room?
No, first I tried to strangle her, and that didn't work. She grabbed the cord, so I raced back into her room, grabbed the hammer, came back out, and then did it.
How many times you hit with that in the living room?
At least 20, but then she was still alive.
He hit his mother with a hammer 20 times in the head. And he said she was still alive. It ain't funny, but this is blowing my mind right now.
Right, like that, like the worst way to die is like, I don't know, like
you can feel that
right,
shit.
like a prolonged death. Like if you just die quick, then okay, you good. But she probably just suffering the whole time. Like that's messed up.
She was feeling everything.
That's really messed up.
Dragged her into the room, as you probably clearly saw, and then I kind of formed my hands into her brain to kind of just cut it. She was still snoring.
Wait, hold on. What did he say?
He formed his hands into her brain.
Strangle her, and that didn't work. She grabbed the cord, so I raced back into her room, grabbed the hammer, came back out, and then did it.
How many times you hit with that in the living room?
At least 20, but then she was still alive. I dragged her into the room, as you probably clearly saw, and then I kind of formed my hands into her brain to kind of just cut it. She was still snoring.
Okay. So she was still alive?
She was still alive.
And you went in there and you kind of grabbed those brains?
Yeah, just finished it.
Alright. Did you use a knife on her?
So that means once he was beating her with the hammer, her head like cracked open, and he went inside of it with his hands and took her brain out.
Yeah, you have to be sick to do that. Then this is your mom.
Yeah, that's kind of...
It ain't kinda, he's sick.
Yeah, he's sick.
Actually, I was going to, but no, I didn't get to do that.
Did you, I guess you never got to stab her with a knife?
No.
It was all with the hammer?
It was all the hammer in my hand.
And where did you hit her with the hammer?
The head.
All in the head area?
All in the head, I believe. I may have gotten her hand because she was covering herself.
Okay. Is this in the front or the back of the head?
She was fighting for her life.
Top, back, mainly. No, actually the entrance wound is around yonder somewhere here.
Okay.
And then he's so calmly explaining
He don't got
no remorse.
No remorse at all. For life.
Of disclosure. The Nephilim, the giants. You can't make.
Then, so when you dragged her to the living room, to the bedroom, you kept on hitting her there?
Yeah, kind of.
That's that's when you reached in and grabbed her brain?
Yeah, I kicked at it a bit. Then I just, that was kind of silly, but then yeah, I just decided to reach in and kind of just do it.
Mm-hmm. And then what did you do after that?
Then I had sex with her corpse.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Have you ever done this before?
He had sex with his mama corpse. Yeah, he's sick.
So he been having fantasies about doing this, y'all.
The whole time.
Like, and then this is a black, like, when you listen to this sound like some white people junk. But this is a black person. Like, what the heck? With his mom corpse. This is just sick.
There's something going on.
You had sex with her?
No, I haven't actually.
This is just the first time?
Oh yeah, I lost my virginity to a corpse.
Okay. Did you change in the bathroom?
I did. I took a bath before then. My penis really, well, that's a little personal, but yeah, I needed to clean it off, and so, and then I changed, yeah.
Okay. How about your sister? What's your sister's name?
Desiree Hill.
Is she okay?
She is okay, yeah.
Okay. Where does she live?
At an apartment actually very near here. That big kind of Hispanic thing, like Spanish-looking building. Mm-hmm. It's an old apartment complex with a code.
Was it a fantasy of yours to kill her as well?
It was.
Did you write down that on your note?
Oh, I did, actually, but I decided against it because, well, I'd had my fill of killing. I didn't. Seemed a little much. Mm-hmm. A little too excessive, yeah.
So after you went in and you killed her, and you made sure that she was dead by grabbing her brain and moving her around, then you took her clothes off, or what? Or was she already undressed?
Actually, I had to drag her by her clothes to get her in there. It was very laborious, actually.
Mm-hmm. So she's a pretty big woman, necessarily.
Yeah.
Is she your natural mother? Biological mother?
Yeah, actually, she is my natural mother. Mm-hmm. I take after my father.
Okay.
What
kind of thrill did you get by having sex with her?
I'd always loved my mother, I guess in the wrong sort of way, but a kind of love, I guess. Maybe some rage. Maybe just a little.
In a Freudian style?
Freudian?
What do that mean?
I kind of get where you're coming from. Sure, why not? Yeah.
Alright. Have you killed anybody else before?
I have not.
You just fantasized about it?
I just fantasy, yeah.
What got you to this point? Tell us about what got you to this point. Did you hate life? You wanted to commit suicide? Oh, what did you say about it when you told her you went in a roundabout way to commit suicide? She said no. She said yes. What did she say to you?
She said, basically, I'm a grown man, and what I do, she can't really stop me. She was distraught over it, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, she said she'd cope with it. If you kill him, that's kind of why she wanted me to go away. Why she called my sister to come pick me up, and that's kind of why I just left.
So at that point,
wait, so basically, she didn't really care that he was going to kill herself.
Yeah, that's how. I was going to say the same thing. She ain't give a fuck about him for real. She ain't try to give him no advice to stop him from killing herself.
So I guess that's what made him snap. It's like, oh, she don't care.
I'm finna kill the whole family type shit.
But he was already thinking about doing this though. So.
Man, I don't know what kind of blood he is.
Not necessarily. I just knew it was time to act now or never.
How long have you had this thought, Steve?
It's around my preteens, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you ever seek medical attention, psychological? Do you feel that you can cope with that?
Nope, I never really seeked help, actually. I just accepted it as a part of it. I wasn't really ashamed of it. It just was what it was.
Well, preteens, like, I think.
What kind of, let's talk about the notes that you wrote. How many notes did you write?
Three.
Three. There was one in the living room.
Yeah.
That one was addressed to who?
Desiree, my sister, because I knew she's a good girl, but rather sensitive. I knew she would lose her head if she kind of saw that.
Do you remember what the note said?
Keep your head. Hurry. She might still be alive, although I highly doubt it in parentheses. Something along those lines. Yeah. Sincerely.
But when you wrote the note, you knew your mom was already dead.
Oh, yeah, I knew it. You know,
so you're just messing with Desiree by writing that she might still be alive?
Yeah, my sick sense of humor. Okay. I was pretty well off my rocker by then.
And then there's a second note in your mom's bedroom. What did that one say? Do you remember?
Chase me.
Was that addressed to the police or to who?
I was in a very playful mood at the time.
Okay.
I just wanted to.
So he was thinking, this was a game. He was thinking he was finna get away with this shit. He talking about chase me.
Right. He cuckoo for Cocoa Puss.
Something wrong with buddy.
Just wanted to see how far I could get.
Yeah. So what, your plan was to leave town? Or what, according to one of the notes that you wrote?
Oh, yes, actually, yeah, the Greyhound bus. I was going to try to get out of the state or anything, really.
But I guess something else happened? You ended up at somebody's house?
No, actually.
What happened?
I told you my plan was foiled because she talked to me. She said my sister's going to come pick me up now, like in a few minutes. Go over with her, and that's when I said it's time to act, now or never.
I see.
I just went over to their house to...
I've lost 25 pounds with New.
I've lost 97 pounds with New.
I've lost 25 pounds on New.
I lost 17 pounds with New.
I have lost...
using their phone, and then they wanted... I was using their phone, so I thought I might as well tell them when they asked me questions. I mean, they had questions on using their phone.
Where was this at? Where did you end up at?
Ultimately, I ended up in the backwoods of a ditch.
Here in town or out of town?
Robstown.
In Robstown. How did you get over there?
In Corpus Christi, I biked halfway, and then I got to the train tracks, and then I ditched the bike in the thick woods, and then from the train tracks, I just walked.
To Robstown?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you came up to was it like the first house that you saw, or how did you go to this house to ask to use the phone?
Initially, my plan was just to run as far as I can, but then I ended up crying my eyes out in like the thick woods, like, what did I do? And I realized, you don't know what you
now he playing like he had some remorse.
And so I knew that my life wasn't going to go anywhere, not anymore. So I just kind of gave it up midway.
What brings you here other than your life? Is you just give up on life now?
Okay, so basically, he went to a random person's house and asked to use the phone. Basically snitched on himself because they asked, why are you using the phone? Right?
To be honest, I'm blown right now from this shit. I ain't never seen no shit like this before in my life.
Right.
This is like some Lifetime movie stuff that you see back in the day.
But like that just shows you how crazy this world is, though.
But if you think about it, it goes around so much. There's probably be stuff that goes on here like that.
Right. We just don't be hearing about it.
Aware of the shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
People really be crazy.
Like you said, Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah. Your insides, you want to do one thing, but your insides tells you more, like your heart, right? Talking out of your heart. You feel sorry you did this to your mom?
In a way, yes, but I wouldn't take back what I did.
He ain't feel sorry. He said, in a way, but.
Then he told me I want to take back what I did.
You see, yeah. Throw away the key.
Yeah.
Throw away the key.
Like, you ain't even trying to act. You're not even trying to pretend like you remorseful. You just don't give a
And I don't wish jail on nobody. Cause that ain't a place that you want to be.
But him?
But that motherfucker, but that boy right there.
Yeah.
He need to be under the cell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He need to be under there. No ifs and buts about it.
Strange, really. I did love her. In a way.
So he...
being mean to me?
Oh, no, she's been the best mother.
Okay, so there's nothing that she did?
Oh, absolutely nothing, no.
If I was to ask you, what did she do to deserve this, what would you answer?
Absolutely nothing. I'm a terrible, I'm a cruel, disgusting person, yeah, basically.
How'd you come up with the idea to kill her and have sex with her?
How did I come up with it?
Yeah, with it.
It's been a developing idea.
But you haven't gotten ideas from games or videos, or you're not into some of those dark games?
Some things inspired me, but they did not necessarily plant the seed. You get me? They didn't plant the seed, but they did egg me on, rather, I guess.
Is that the book you've been reading?
Not necessarily. I watched them. I recently got into watching some foreign movies, creepy stuff, not necessarily mainstream horror, the kind of stuff that you keep away from.
Oh, okay. So are you into witchcraft? Anything like that?
No. Not right. I guess it sounds kind of...
He was watching that Chinese movie everybody was watching.
Because it's something unusual and you're here telling us about it and you appear to be a nice guy. You appear to be a good guy. You're not yelling and screaming at us.
You're very rational.
You're very rational. You appear to be a good guy. This is what I'm trying to figure out. That's all.
Not that
well,
despite... I just want to keep spilling the beans.
Yeah, when they get you in that room, they gonna say anything and anything possible to try to make you tell on yourself. But he red-handed up front. He admitted it from the jump.
It's over.
It's the O. Big O. It's a rap for him. He knows what, yeah.
How I ended her life, I'm kind of more fascinated by the more artistic ways of murder, the meticulous manner, the way they cut them open, just slice them to pieces. I mean, such care, such love.
Where did the hammer come from?
What the heck? He's sick, y'all.
From her drawer.
Okay.
Y'all listening to
And then after you killed her, you just left it there, the hammer?
I did.
Yeah, because you saw a hammer there next to her body. That's the one you used?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there was some blood in the knife, but you said you didn't.
So he really wasn't trying to get away. He wanted to get away, but he really wasn't trying to get away. Because he left the murder weapon on the scene.
Right, and then he told oneself, so obviously he wasn't.
Yeah, it's something deeper into this. We gotta get deeper into this, baby.
You said it's just blood just from where you grabbed it around the...
Oh, that knife. Actually, I used that to stir her brains up a little.
Oh, no.
Out, so I just kind of...
Y'all can't see my face.
Did you do that in the living room or the bedroom? Because we found it it wasn't in the bedroom.
I may have started that. So. Yeah, actually, I used a knife in the living room, and then didn't I take it with me?
So her brains were already kind of coming out in the living room when you dragged her?
Yes, but she was still snoring like a baby, and so I just kind of dragged her.
He said she was snoring like a baby.
Tell her how you grabbed her so that you wouldn't leave such a mess in the carpet.
That...
Did you carry her from underneath the arms and just dragged her, or how did you drag her?
It was very sloppy, actually. I kind of just winged it. I dragged her from her shirt. I dragged her by her legs. I dragged her by any way I kind of felt.
Okay.
I don't really exert physical labor, too, so I'm not a very strong person.
She's bigger than you are.
Yeah.
She's bigger than you.
How many siblings do you have? Is it just you and Desiree?
I do.
But watching this video, it just seemed like he got picked with when he was younger or something.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I said in the beginning. It gotta be some type of trauma or something going on.
It was, I don't know, it's something about dude that just ain't clicking right. Well, ain't nothing about him clicking right.
A half-brother, actually, but I haven't seen him in a long while.
Does he live here in town or no?
He doesn't.
Okay. How about dad? Where's dad? He's not in the picture, your dad?
No.
This is Webflow. Meet the design tool from the future. The most powerful visual coding tool, coupled with the most intuitive visual CMS that support.
Not really. He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
Do you have an idea where he's at?
Probably somewhere in Fort Worth, maybe.
And you lived there with your mom at the Windrush Apartments? What's the apartment number?
1707.
Which, you have your own bedroom there?
I do.
Okay. So the note where you wrote the plan that you were going to leave town and kill your mom, kill your sister, that was the one that we found, and we found it in one of the bedrooms. Not where your mom was, but the other one. That was your room?
Yeah, that was
two-bedroom apartment.
The big, blank, floppy looking, yeah.
Okay. But your sister didn't live with you guys?
She didn't.
Okay.
There was a magic marker there on top of the desk there in your room.
Magic marker?
Permanent marker.
Okay, permanent marker, yeah.
Is that the one you used? It was on a little like folding table. That's where you wrote your notes?
I think I just grabbed a piece of like my old schoolwork and just kind of.
How do you do in schoolwork, man? Going back to school, how do you do in schoolwork?
Pretty mediocre. I never really could muster. But...
They trying to switch the subject to make him more calmer or something. He already calm with the shit, but they trying to switch the subject. But they finna jump right back into it.
Don't even really care. I mean, I guess I excelled in English for all that was worth.
Okay. How about sports?
He ain't playing no sports?
No, I don't like sports.
You don't like football? I know you're a little small for football, but...
Oh.
Yeah.
What school did you go to?
Ray High School.
Ray? And you were in 10th grade?
Yeah.
Do you ever tell anybody else what you're...
Past tense. You were in 10th grade. They already saying he is out of there.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so he's only a 10th grader?
He only in the 10th grade. And he been having these thoughts in his mind since a preteen. You say preteen, 12. So, or in the 10th grade, how old is you? About like what, 15?
Like probably 16.
So yeah,
15, 16. So a kid did this.
Yeah.
How can you? Then you rape your mom.
Corpse, body. That's sick. And I don't even judge people, but this type of stuff right here is ridiculous.
Were that what you wanted to do your mom or your sister?
No, but over the years there were hints. As a younger boy, I was a lot dumber, a lot more angsty. I said things, but I guess they basically brushed it off. I guess the hints were everywhere, but they're my family. Family looks past that kind of stuff, or they try to not look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Let me ask you. At this point, what do you consider yourself? I'm going to use a dirty word, okay? But I don't mean to insult you, okay? Do you consider you mentally disturbed? Do you consider yourself crazy? Do you consider yourself any of those? Or you think you're okay? You just got some bad thoughts?
I'm not mentally disturbed.
Yes, you are.
They trying to get him with that insanity. They want him to try to say he insane. They want to hit him with that insanity in there, but it ain't finna work, bro. You already done fucked up.
All right.
I mean, I'm sane. I know exactly what I did. I know that it's wrong, in the traditional sense of wrong.
Well, it was just a fantasy you had, and you had to carry it out.
Yeah.
Too many Halloween movies,
now I feel
man.
vaguely, but kind of like I'm done.
So, you still feel like you're done with your mom. You still feel like you want to keep on killing? To keep on, with other fantasies? Or how do you feel?
Keep the pause.
I came here to pay for my crimes, so I guess I should continue with the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully.
Yes, definitely.
I would kill again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he snapped. He's seeing red.
No,
He's seeing red right now.
My thing, actually.
Women.
Yeah. Outside again.
Do you have a girlfriend?
I don't.
Never.
I've never had a girlfriend.
You still want to
Tell you what, give me your fancy of killing a woman. Oh, your fancy killing would be your ace killing. What would that be?
This is a little peculiar. I'm on camera. Okay.
They finna make him paint a picture of a fantasy killing to see how sick in the head he is. That's just ridiculous.
I'm not surprised at what I'm going to hear, but you tell me.
Maybe dressing up in a nice suit, sneaking into her house, disabling her boyfriend. You know, and I bring a pretty dress with me to dress her up in. I was always into strangling, but after that last blunder, I guess maybe something big and sharp would be more along.
So who he strangled before this? He said he was always into the strangling.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out who he been strangling. Like, was he killing cats and dogs?
Right, because that's like how a lot of killers start. Like, they be killing dogs and animals.
No. Like, what's going on?
Right.
More along my thing. Then I could, I don't know, probably decapitate her. As I prefer my women dead.
Decapitate? He trying to cut lambs off.
Dress her up.
Decapitate somebody's head.
Yeah, he's trying to cut
work the head back
yeah.
on, perhaps. And then I'd go to town, and it would be a night to remember. And then I'd kind of just burn everything and run for the hills.
What do you mean, go to town?
You mentioned that you lost your virginity to a corpse.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? What happened?
Oh, well, just last night, my mother, yeah.
Okay, not somebody else. You're talking about your mom.
Yes.
Okay, so before that, you had never had sex?
So he like...
Well, I guess since I'm being quiet about it, I might as well tell you now. Yeah, and it's on the note too, the PS part. We used to have a gray cat named Claire. Oh yeah, Bestiality is a thing of mine too. Now you know. And so I strangled it. I drowned it.
What I tell you, he started killing animals and stuff first. He's been watching Michael Myers now. He was watching Michael Myers and... Yeah, on that tip. He strangled his cat.
What killer was killing animals and stuff in the shed? I forgot.
Michael Myers was killing all type. He was killing
Well, no,
hamsters.
it was based off a true story, though.
Who you think?
I can't think of it. I think it was... I can't think of it.
I don't know, baby.
Jeffrey Dahmer or something like that?
Jeffrey Dahmer does some shit like that?
I think so.
See, I know. I used to know about that.
And then I cut it open. You know the rest. I get the rest.
You had sex with a cat, with a dead cat?
Yeah, ripped it open, stuck it in there. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is sick.
You ever had sex with a live person?
All right, so at 17, I closed my first 5,400.
So he lost his virginity to a cat, for real. That's what he's saying. No, that's what he's saying, basically. He lost his virginity to a cat, and his first real intercourse was with a corpse that was his mother.
Sick.
That boy.
Reclined by 18, I was clocking in between 30 to 40 grams.
No.
They say once you lose it, you don't come
you're
back.
saying that having sex with a live person, that doesn't turn you on. It's dead thing, dead person, dead animals. That's what turns you on.
I don't necessarily mind. I don't have standards or morals. Body's a body, and in the end, it's a piece of meat. I guess it's harsh to say, but no, I don't necessarily mind.
How about the idea of hurting yourself? Do you have the same idea now? Do you have the same idea that you want to hurt yourself, commit suicide?
No, it's over for me. I'll face the music. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
There's not a happy ending for me, guys.
Well, tell me, what do you think should happen to you? What do you think your punishment should be?
Man, you're gonna get killed.
Whatever the judge, the people, the jury deems fit, I can rot, I can suffer for years, or I can be given the death penalty, whatever they think is for me.
What do you think you deserve? Killing your mom?
I
Having sex with your mom?
I just to rot and suffer. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. Okay, I want to give you some options.
It ain't on us it ain't on us to determine his fate. But what you think should happen to him? Like, do you think he should get the death penalty for this shit?
I think he should, just because he has no remorse. And like, then you telling them that you would kill somebody else. And you're describing how you would kill and all of that. So obviously you just sick and you have no remorse. You had sex with your mom's dead body. Like, that is just... But I don't know, because he did... If he is in the 10th grade, he is young. So maybe he just needs to just sit in jail for the rest of his life. But what do you think?
I don't know what I think, to be honest, because he most definitely, I don't wish jail on nobody, but the shit that he did, he gotta sit down. He need to sit his ass down for something. He needs to sit down.
Most definitely.
10 years probation.
10 years
20 years in the pen. 100 years in the pen. What do you prefer from those series?
Name them again.
Probation, 10 years. 10 years in the pen, 50 years, 100 years in the pen.
100.
The maximum. Right?
I suppose. I mean,
I admire your mind, man. You don't sit here and try to baby yourself to death.
Came here face the music, I guess.
Yeah.
So he chose the maximum for his son?
Thank you, brother, man.
Yeah, they're gonna get him the max anyways.
Anything else you want to add on what happened that's important that we should know?
Not really. I'm sure interested in other colorful details.
Have you ever heard your sister?
No, I haven't.
No.
Anybody else?
No.
You never killed anybody else or anything else?
Oh, no. Yeah, that was my first.
You ever been on Blucher Street?
Hmm?
You ever been on Blucher Street?
Is he referring like
Blucher Street?
Blucher Street.
You know where Blucher Park is?
I haven't.
It's a large area of Karankawa.
It's down the street here.
There had to be another murder down on Blucher Street.
So.
No, not me.
Oh, okay.
This is the first time you're saying, right? That you killed somebody?
Yeah.
A person, not an animal?
Yes.
Do you want to know what's going to happen to you now?
Oh, sure.
Okay, very simple. You're going to be booked at the county. First, you take the city vicinity, you charge with murder.
First
then you will be transferred over to the county, where, of course, you go to the county jail. They'll set a bond for you and everything else, and if you can afford to get out of jail,
you ain't getting no bond.
And if you can't, sit there until the trial. Okay? The trial, you can plead not guilty, and you can go to trial.
I'm gonna try today. He ain't taking it to trial no way. For real, he ain't taking it to trial.
The jury decides if you're guilty or not, or you may be able to cut a deal with the district attorney for whatever time you want to cut a deal for. Okay? Spare the jury. You know, in a jury, of course, a jury of 12, you might have several women or several men. The thing to remember is all those people have had mothers in the past. And they may not be too proud of you.
Oh, of course. I don't expect people to think very highly of me after this.
Hey, but like I said, I admire you for your honesty. You were honest with us, and you didn't try to bullshit us. Okay? And you're like a man. You came out here and took it as a man.
So, around what time was it that you did this yesterday?
Probably ended around 8-ish, 9-ish.
At nighttime? Night?
Yeah, night.
Okay. And then what time did you leave the apartment and ride off on your bike?
Maybe around 9-ish, 10-ish, late night. Late 9.
And today is when you ended up at that house in Robstown?
Yeah.
Where would your bike be at?
Probably in the undergrowth around the train tracks, just a little east of that house. But it's really deep in. No, wait, you said my...
I've been getting paid $1,000 a month, if not more, just from this app on my phone. And I don't know if you can see this, but it's called Audible. Okay, so I'm gonna...
My bike? Okay, I was talking about my other stuff. My bike is... I was going nowhere at the time. I don't even remember the street I was on. I just kind of stuffed it in the undergrowth near the railroad.
Near the railroad in 44 or what?
No, it was kind of a residential area. I remember going down a steeper hill with my bike, and I just ditched it. It wasn't worth much now. That kind of road is a little hard, of course.
Do you know how to drive?
I don't know how to drive.
Or is that why you didn't take your mom's car?
Exactly.
Your mom's car is still parked there now.
But did anything happen to your mom's car?
Oh, nothing.
Okay. If we were to take you, would you go show us where the bike is and what?
Oh.
Could you do that?
I don't remember the street name, but I could help, yeah.
You should recover your bike.
What kind of bike is it? What does it look like?
It's red, very dirty.
Is it like a 10-speed, like or a BMX type bike, or
6-speed, yeah.
Man,
when you left there, which way did you go?
I kind of zigzagged.
Say that shit for your camera roll.